Okay. Dasa Vrindavanam Vande Krishna Dasa Prabhum Tata Chanavatar Chaitanya Lila Vistar Karino Nityananda Parabja Runarena Bhushito Yaktachano Purachincho Vavande Vyasadupino Shri Guru Gaur Gandharva Govindascha Ganaisaha Jayanti Patakas Ch.Ch. Sarvesham Karunartino. So we're continuing with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we've reached chapter 3 of the Antya Lila, the glories of Srila Haridas Thakur. So it's our good fortune we can hear this, and we heard a number of times from Srila Gurudev, that he emphasized the importance of Srila Haridas Thakur. In particular, there were a few occasions when I heard him say, when he was saying the jais, we must always give jai to Haridas Thakur. He is the Namacharya. And also he mentioned once, I think when he was in Russia, that when he's giving initiation to someone, he's thinking, he prays to Haridas Thakur at that time. That please, I cannot take care of this, new member. You take care of them. You give them your mercy. So he has very important position for us. So we're going to hear some pastimes connected with him, but first there's one pastime with Damodar Pandit. So we can begin. Vandeham Shri Guru Sriyukta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Virijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and of all the other preceptors in the path of devotion, unto all the Vaishnavas and unto the 6 Goswamis, including Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami and their associates. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Advaita Acharya, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as well as all his devotees, headed by Srivas Thakur. I then offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani and all the gopis, headed by Lalita and Vishakha. Jaya Jaya Gaur Chandra, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Purushottam Ekudiya Brahman Kumar, Pitra Shunya Mahasundar Midyu Vyavahar. In Jagannath Puri there is a young boy who had been born of an Arisan Brahmin, but had later lost his father. The boy's features were very beautiful, and his behavior was extremely gentle. Prabhu Stane Nityai Se Kore Namaskar, Prabhu Sane Bat Kohe, Prabhu Pranatar. Prabhu te tahar priti, Prabhu doya kore, Damodar tar priti, sahite napade. The boy came daily to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and offered him respectful obeisances. He was free to talk with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because the Lord was his life and soul. But the boy's intimacy with the Lord and the Lord's mercy toward him were intolerable for Damodar Pandit. Barbar nishad kore Brahman kumare, Prabhude na dekile se rahite na pade. Damodar Pandit again and again forbade the son of the Brahmin to visit the Lord, but the boy could not bear staying home and not seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityai se Prabhutare kore mahaprita, jaha priti tahai se balake radita. The boy came every day to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who treated him with great affection. It is the nature of any boy to go see a man who loves him. Taha deki Damodar dukha pae mane, bolite na pade balak nished na mane. This was intolerable for Damodar Pandit. He became greatly unhappy, but there was nothing he could say, for the boy would ignore his restrictions. Adodin se balak prabhustane aila, gosai tade pitti kode varta puchila. One day when the boy came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord very affectionately inquired from him about all kinds of news. Otokane se bala gutti jabe gela, sahite na pare Damodar kohite lagila. After some time, when the boy stood up and left, the intolerant Damodar Pandit began to speak. So now we're going to hear his reasoning. Anyopadeshe Pandit kohe gosai tai, gosai gosai ebe janimu gosai. Damodar Pandit impudently said to the Lord, everyone says that you are a great teacher because of your instructions to others, but now we shall find out what kind of teacher you are. Ebe gosair gun jash sab loke gaibe, tobe gosair pratishta purushotame hoibe. You are known as Gosai, teacher or acharya, but now talk about your attributes, and reputation will spread throughout the city of Purushottam. How will your position be impaired? Shuni Prabhu kohe kya kaha Damodar, Damodar kohe tumi swatantra Ishwar. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that Damodar Pandit was a pure and simple devotee, upon hearing this impudent talk, the Lord said, my dear Damodar, what nonsense are you speaking? Damodar Pandit replied, you are the independent personality of Godhead beyond all criticism. Swachande achar koro ke pare bolite, mukha jagate mukha paro achadite. My dear Lord, you can act as you please. No one can say anything to restrict you. Nevertheless, the entire world is impudent. People can say anything. How can you stop them? Panditoya mane kene vichar na koro, nandi brahmanir balake pitike ne koro. Dear Lord, you are a learned teacher. Why then don't you consider that this boy is the son of a widowed Brahmani? Why are you so affectionate to him? Jajapi Brahmani se tapashvini sati tatapi tahardo sundari juvati. Although the boy's mother is completely austere and chaste, she has one natural fault. She is a very beautiful young girl. Tumiha padam juva parama sundar, loke kana kanibate deho avasar. And you, my dear Lord, are a handsome, attractive young man. Therefore, certainly people will whisper about you. Why should you give them such an opportunity? So, especially in probably nowadays people might gossip about that, but especially then, the culture, especially in regards to sannyasis, the standard of behavior was very, very high. So some risk, people will comment, she's very young, very beautiful, Mahaprabhu is very young, very beautiful, and she's a widow and she has this young boy, and the boy loves Mahaprabhu and goes to see him every day. Then people are going to start talking. And Damodar, out of his love, he's concerned for Mahaprabhu's, reputation within society. Hitaboli Damodar mona hoila, antare santosh prabhu hasi vicharila. Having said this, Damodar Pandit became silent. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled, pleased within himself, and considered the impudence of Damodar Pandit. Ihare kohiye shuddha premer taranga, Damodar samur nahi antaranga. Mahaprabhu thought, this impudence is also a sign of pure love for me. I have no other intimate friends like Damodar Pandit. Etek vichari Prabhu madhyane cholila, adodine damodare nibite bolaila. Thinking in this way, Mahaprabhu went to perform his noon duties. The next day he called Damodar Pandit to a solitary place. Prabhu kohe Damodar cholo ho nadia, matar samipe tumi rahata hajaya. The Lord said, my dear friend Damodar, you had better go to Nadia and stay with my mother. Tomavina taharaka nahi deki anna, amake hajate tumi koila savadana. I see no one but you to protect her, for you are so careful that you can caution even me. Tomasam nirapeka nahi mora gane, nirapeka nahile dharma najai rakane. You are the most neutral among my associates. This is very good, for without being neutral, one cannot protect religious principles. This word nirapeksha, here it's rendered as neutral. Another way it's rendered is disinterested, and means to be able to consider the substance of something without any vested interest, without to objectively see the proper course of action or the nature of the situation without being clouded by personal interest. So disinterested or neutral, and this is one of the famous qualities that Srila Sridhar Maharaj was praised as having by I think it was one of his godbrothers, but he was within the Gaudiya Math, and he was the main secretary of one of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's godbrothers, who was generally seen as an opponent to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. But he praised Srila Sridhar Maharaj with these qualities, that he was disinterested, for his strong common sense and his deep intelligence. And so it's an interesting word, nirapeksha. Srila Sridhar Maharaj also used that word to describe Vyasadeva when he, in Bhagavatam, he's sometimes glorifying himself. We were talking about this recently. He's this is the best book, and and different statements throughout Bhagavatam. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained it with this phrase, nirapeka. It is he is objectively in neutral, disinterested mood, simply stating the facts. It's not that his own ego is mixed up in that. So Mahaprabhu's praising Damodar Pandit. You are seeing something is incorrect, and you are simply saying it. You're not. Your own ego is not there, and you're not. Also you're not being too fearful to say the right thing. But you are. Objectively, this is without any personal interest. You are simply stating the facts. You are the most neutral among my associates. This is very good. For without being neutral, one cannot protect religious principles. That's when corruption starts to creep in a spiritual institution. When we start to think more about ourselves, our own cause, or within any institution, when we're thinking more about our own cause rather than the cause of the whole and the center.
Amahoite jena hoi setoma hoite hoi amare korila danda anake bahoi.
You can do whatever I cannot. Indeed, you can chastise even me, what to speak of others.
Matar grihe rahajai matar charane tomarage nahibo kado swachanda charane.
It is best for you to go to the shelter of my mother's lotus feet, for no one will be able to behave independently in front of you.
Madhya madhya asiva kabu amar darashane shigra kori punataha koroho gamane.
At intervals you may come see me here, and then soon again go there.
Matare kohi homor koti namaskare mor sukha kata koi sukha dihatare.
Offer my mother millions of obeisances. Please speak to her about my happiness here, and thus give her happiness.
Nirantar nija kata tomade shunaite elagi prabhu more pataila ihate.
Tell her that I sent you to inform her of my personal activities, so that she may share in my happiness.
Eto koi matar mane santosh chanmai ho adoguya katatare smadan korai ho.
Speaking in this way satisfy the mind of Mother Ch.Ch. Also, remind her of one most confidential incident with this message from me.
Bare bare asyami tomar bhavane mishtana vyanjan sab koriye bhojane.
I come to your home again and again to eat all the sweetmeats and vegetables you offer.
Bhojan koriye ami tumi tahajan bhajavira heta swapna koriman.
You know that I come and eat the offerings, but because of external separation, you consider this a dream. So, every day Mother Ch.Ch, she is cooking special preparations for Mahaprabhu. She's crying, where is my Nimai? And then Mahaprabhu, pulled by the force of that affection, he comes and he takes those offerings. And then afterward, and he's showing himself to her, and then afterwards, because of her humility, and because of the pain of, separation, like this blinding separation, then she's again, doubting, did I really see him, or did some animal come in here and take this? So Mahaprabhu, he's very sweetly telling Damodar, please you reassure her that really I am coming, And Param Maharshi uses this as an example to explain the last of the Chatur Shloki verses in Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satata, how does it go? Tesham evanu kampartam aham magyana jam tamaha nashaya myatma bhavasto jnana dipena basvata. That, when, and this is Param Maharshi's higher reading of the verse, that with higher connotation, that when my devotees are really suffering in the darkness of separation, at that time I come and I reveal myself to them. I give, when they just can't go on any longer, I come and reassure them with my presence. So this is one example that Param Maharshi gives. How Mahaprabhu comes and gives her some relief. So he's telling Damodar, please tell her, really be assured, I am coming, I am taking your offerings.
He mag sankranti tumi randan korila, nana byanjan kirpita payas randila.
During the last Magh Sankranti festival, you cooked varieties of vegetables, condensed milk, cakes, and sweet rice for me.
Krishna bhog lagaya jabe koila dhyan, amar sporti hoilo ashu borila nayam.
You offered the food to Lord Krishna, and while you were in meditation, I suddenly appeared, and your eyes filled with tears.
Haste vyaste amigia sakali kailo, amikai deki tomar sukha upajilo.
I went there in great haste and ate everything. When you saw me eating, you felt great happiness.
Koneke ashu muchia shunya deki pat, swapan deki lo jena nimai kaila bat.
In a moment after you had wiped your eyes, you saw that the plate you had offered me was empty. Then you thought, I dreamt as if Nimai was eating everything.
Vaja viraha dashai punabranti hoilo, bhogana lagailo e gyan hoilo.
In the condition of external separation, you were again under illusion, thinking that you had not offered the food to Lord Vishnu.
Pakapatre dekilasa banache bodhi, punabhog lagailo stan samskar kodi.
Then you went to see the cooking pots and found that every pot was filled with food. Therefore you again offered the food after cleansing the place for the offering.
Emata barbar kodiye bojan, tomar shuddha preme more kode akarshan.
Thus I again and again eat everything you offer me, for I am attracted by your pure love.
Tomar gate ami achi nila chole, nikate loya jao ama tomar prema bole.
Only by your order am I living in Nilachal, Jagannath Puri. Nevertheless, you still pull me near because of your great love for me.
Hemata barbar kodai ho smaran, mur naam loyatar bandi ho charam.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Damodar Pandit, remind Mother Ch.Ch in this way again and again, and worship her lotus feet in my name.
Etakohi Jagannatha prasadanailo, matake Vaishnave dite pritak pritak dilo.
After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered that varieties of prasadam offered to Lord Jagannath be brought. The Lord then gave him the prasadam, separately packed, to offer to various Vaishnavas and his mother.
Tobe Damodar choli nadia haila, matare miliyatar charane rohila.
In this way, Damodar Pandit went to Nadia. After meeting Mother Ch.Ch, he stayed under the care of her lotus feet.
Acharjadi Vaishnavere Mahaprasadila, Babajaiche Agya Pandit Tahachadila.
He delivered all the prasadam to such great Vaishnavas as Advaita Acharya. Thus he stayed there and behaved according to the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Damodarage swatanchiya nahoe kahar, tar boye sobe kore sankocha vyavahar. Everyone knew that Damodar Pandit was strict in practical dealings. Therefore everyone was afraid of him and dared not do anything independent.
Prabhu gane jadeke alpa marjada langan, vakya danda kori kore marjada stapam.
Damodar Pandit would verbally chastise every devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whom he found deviating even slightly from proper behavior. Thus he established the standard etiquette.
Eto kohilo Damodare vakya danda, jahar shavane bhage agyan prashanda.
In this way, I have described Damodar Pandit's verbal chastisements. As one hears about this, atheistic principles and ignorance depart. Chaitanya lila gambir koti samudra hoite, ki lagi ki kore keho na pare bujite. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are deeper than millions of seas and oceans. Therefore, no one can understand what he does or why he does it. Ateva gudarta kichui na jani, bajarta koribare korita natani. I do not know the deep meaning of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities. As far as possible, I shall try to explain them externally. And one other thing that Srila Gurudev commented on about this pastime we've heard is that one consideration in selecting Damodar to go as he uses the word rakak, like as a protector of his mother, and to give her some relief because he's been with Mahaprabhu. So if Damodar is coming from Mahaprabhu, then it will give some relief to Ch.Ch and the other devotees. But one thing Srila Gurudev mentioned, we've heard, is that one consideration of Mahaprabhu's is that Vishnu Priya Devi was there. And Vishnu Priya Devi, she's very young. She was like 15 years old when Mahaprabhu left, or maybe 14. And we cannot even imagine how beautiful she was. And so, when Damodar, he was so strict in this particular incident, then Mahaprabhu thought, well, he is so strict in his behavior, then he can be trusted, with Vishnu Priya Devi there. I don't have to worry about anything. His conduct, his character is so, paka, is perfect. So is there some, kind of following on from the previous chapter, some things for us to consider in terms of our conduct, and we do sometimes have to consider, what is the appearance of something, even if something is innocent, for the sake of setting an example, and not, giving anyone a chance to criticize, then we may do things in a particular way. And of course, the extreme example of that, because sometimes we see, I've seen, there may be some concern about some particular situation or some particular relationship, and whether or not there is anything inappropriate there, we won't comment, but there's some concern, and then that person is like vehemently denying that and ignoring that, but that isn't what we've been taught, actually, that there should be some sensitivity to the appearance of something, even if it is, innocent, then there should be some sensitivity and also some humility, that, okay, I'm thinking everything's cool, but it could lead to something else. And so the extreme example of that is Ramachandra. Especially if one is in a position of authority, they have more of a duty to set the example. So Ramachandra, because of the comment of some very low-class man in his kingdom, he banished Sita. Did not give, to satisfy the concern that one of his subjects might have, he took such an extreme step. So, that is a very extreme example, and may not be one that we would follow. But it is an example, and the principle, we can appreciate the principle, and we may apply it in particular circumstances, that we will, we do not ignore the environment. We will have some sensitivity to the feelings, the expectations of others, even if they don't have any basis. Because we are living in a relative world. We're not living in the absolute plane. We're living in a relative world. So we don't, reject our environment. We need to live in harmony with our environment. Okay, well, I think we can stop there. And tomorrow we can hear about the glories of Srila Haridas Thakur. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. I always say, everything is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is like practical handbook. It's so many instructions are here for us. So many occasions, when we may be facing something, we can remember, the example that's been given by Mahaprabhu. Like, one of the most prominent, that, at least for myself, it's when Mahaprabhu when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is instructing Mahaprabhu for 7 days in the Vedanta, according to the interpretation of Shankaracharya. I mean, that's like hell, let's face it. I mean, like on so many different levels, that's just wrong, First of all, that he has the audacity to think he can instruct Mahaprabhu, then what is he instructing? What he's instructing him. I mean, even if it was like bona fide, like, who is he to tell Mahaprabhu? But then what he's instructing him is so bogus. And then it's for 7 days, it's not like for like, it's not like a 20-minute conversation or a few hours or even 1 day, but 7 days, for 1 whole week, he's instructing Mahaprabhu. And what does Mahaprabhu do? He's affectionately and humbly accepting that. So, we can think to ourselves, sometimes we have to face situations like that, where persons are telling us something we don't want to hear, or we don't think we need to hear. Then we can remember Mahaprabhu's example. If Mahaprabhu could do that for 7 days, then I can take this, And Mahaprabhu's consideration was that Sarvabhauma was approaching him with affection. Of course, Mahaprabhu had some strategy. Mahaprabhu had a game plan here, which was to convert Sarvabhauma, which he very successfully did, But also, part of it, he's seen the bigger picture of things. Like Sridhar Maharaj mentioned about Gadadhar Pandit, when he tolerated hearing from Vallabha Acharya. Nobody else would listen from Vallabha. No one else would hear from Vallabha Acharya. But Gadadhar Pandit, because he's so gentle in his behavior, he's so humble, he's meek, so respectful, he can't say no. And so he tolerates hearing Vallabha Acharya's explanations. But then at the end of that, what is the result? That the influence of Gadadhar Pandit, it purifies Vallabha Acharya, and then he ends up actually taking initiation from Gadadhar Pandit. So it's another example of that. But what I wanted to say, another of Mahaprabhu's reasons was simply that Sarvabhauma was approaching him out of affection. Sarvabhauma was with genuine paternal affection. He was thinking, I need to help this boy. He's a young sannyasi. How's he going to maintain his, renounced order of life? I need to fix his mind in the Vedanta. So, Mahaprabhu, he accepted that affection and he overlooked the other things. And then ultimately he won him over. to his own conception. So very, very practical. And this is one of the characteristics of Chaitanya Leela, that it is showing us, how to follow Krishna, how we can practically follow Krishna consciousness. Krishna's not doing that, Krishna, he's telling us something in Bhagavad Gita and other places, but he's not practically demonstrating how. And so that is, one of the characteristics of pastimes of Mahaprabhu, that he is showing us, how we will follow Krishna consciousness, how we will follow the teachings of Krishna, Bhagavatam, Gita, so on and so forth. Okay, we can stop there. Jai Vishnu Pajla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Vishnu Pajla Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Bhagavan Shil Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Satprasad Shima Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Shri Navadvip Dham ki Jai. Shri Ganga Jamuna ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi Tulasi Devi ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Shama Kandada Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat ki Jai. Vishwa Vyapi Tadiya Shaka Mat ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj ki Jai. Acharya Vrinda ki Jai. Seva Vrinda ki Jai. Nanta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.